Greetings from Columbia, South Carolina and Dreher High School. It is your site for the Class A Duals State Wrestling Championships as the Abbeville Panthers, 13-12, take on the defending state champs, the Red Raiders of Bamberg-Ehrhardt, with a 28-19 record. Hello, everybody. I am Bert Chantley. This is Bill Pierce, former head coach at Irmo High School. And, Bill, we've got a great matchup today. The defending state champs taking on the very young Abbeville Panthers.
Yes, we do. A very experienced Bamberg team coming out here and wrestling the upstart Abbeville Panthers, and it should be a good match.
Well, let's take a look at the Bamberg-Ehrhardt Red Raiders making their 7th consecutive trip to the state championship. They are led by Player Long and Lane Walling, two great wrestlers.
Yeah, they have several returning state qualifiers and place winners in the lineup, along with these two state champs.
Well, we caught up with head coach Cody Slaughter just moments ago. He has his team back in Columbia competing for a state championship. Here's what he has to say about this year's version of the Red Raiders.
Having young guys on the team is going to mean, they get the experience to be in this match. We're hoping that we'll have most of them back, next year, come out and take us into 2A with some momentum. So, our guys are excited and we're excited, and we think we got a good chance to win it.
You're the defending state champs, but what makes this year's squad so special?
It just goes back to the young guys. We fought through some adversity on our team, and we're down to 17 guys that are willing to fight and die for each other. So they're a family, and they're going to work hard to defend each other on the mat.
On the other side of the mat, the upstart Abbeville Panthers. They're very young, but very talented, and coach, they are not intimidated.
No, they have a lot of first and second year wrestlers and mixed with a couple of experienced guys, but I bet they're coming out here tough today, looking to try and upset Bamberg, the favorite. Yeah,
look out for Dylan Holliday, Alex Oakes, and Levi Colbreth. We caught up with their head coach, who is Wayne Botts, moments ago. Coach Botts has his team in the state championship for the first time since 2009, and here's what Coach Botts says about this year's Abbeville Panthers.
Because a lot of people didn't give us a chance early in the year. We had a tough start, and we progressed, kind of Cinderella story. So it's exciting. Our kids are excited.
What makes this year's Abbeville Panthers so special for you to coach?
We have a bunch of great kids. The community support's been great. And, we had some injuries early. Some guys coming from the football team and stuff like that, but they've really dedicated themselves and worked extremely hard to get here.
Well, settle in and get ready for an exciting match between Abbeville and Bamberg-Ehrhardt. We've got the first match on the mat when we return to Columbia here on the SCHSL Network. Welcome back to Dreher High School in beautiful downtown Columbia, South Carolina. Bert Chantley, Bill Pierce with you. And Bill, we are ready for action. The weigh-ins have been completed, and we are going through the introductions right now, but this should be a great matchup between Bamberg-Ehrhardt, the defending state champs, and the Panthers of Abbeville.
I think so. Bamberg, with all their experience, obviously is the favorite here, but Abbeville's come through a pretty tough draw in the playoffs. I think they're ready to go. They look very athletic, and this should be a good match.
Well, Bamberg-Ehrhardt, deep in tradition, wrestling tradition, as they have made it to the state championship 7 consecutive times. Runners-up 5 times in a row before finally claiming the crown last year.
Right. Cody Slaughter does a fantastic job out there, and not just wrestling other 1A or 2A competition. He goes out and enters tournaments so he can wrestle the best competition in the state. I know they've entered a big tournament this year with a lot of top 4A and 3A teams and had some tough matches.
Take us through the year in a life of a championship team here. Everything really gets started in the off season with conditioning workouts, and then as we move into tournament time, that's when they really start to get their feel and really understand who is going to be the star.
Right, it's all about peaking, and teams try and peak for the playoffs and then for the individual tournaments coming up in the next couple weeks. They start off at the beginning of the year, again, their condition better, working on their technique, polishing it up, and then just going out and getting a lot of good competition to prepare them for this tournament.
Well, we're still going through the introductions here, but we believe, Bill, that we are going to start with a weight class of 170 pounds.
Yeah, and I think this favors Bamberg. They have a returning state finalist at this weight class, so they're coming out, and I know they'll be looking for bonus points right off the bat.
Yeah, we should see right off the rip Mark Moody, the very talented junior, finished second a year ago in the individual state championship tournament, and a very, very talented wrestler. What do you know about Mark Moody?
I know that he's a state finalist, and when you get to the state finals, you know, you've done the work to get there. You've got the right focus, the mindset, and the technique. And I know that he will be wrestling a first-year wrestler from Abbeville, so he's going to be going out, and if not looking for a major decision, he will be looking for a pin, I'm sure.
Yeah, he should be facing C.J. Martin. He's the junior and the first-year wrestler that you talked about. He's the starting nose guard on Abbeville's state championship football team. He's built low to the ground. See, a starting nose guard, you know he's got to be scrappy.
Right, you should expect this kid to be really tough. You should expect him to come out there, and being that low, it's going to be a challenge for Moody to get underneath him, get to his legs, and get him down.
Well, there you see on the left of your screen the Abbeville Panthers in the red. To the right of your screen, the defending state champs, the Red Raiders of Bamberg-Ehrhardt. And Coach Pierce, for those who are unfamiliar with high school wrestling here in South Carolina that are watching the broadcaster on the SCHSL network, it is Coach's choice on where we start with the weight class.
Well, yeah, they actually do a blind draw and pull a chip out of a bag or however it's set up to decide the weight class. And that makes it a lot more difficult for coaches to determine how their tactics they're going to use, because they're not starting at 106 like we did in the old days where they can plan out their match ahead of time. They're really finding out at weigh-ins an hour before where they're going to start, and they have to make adjustments based on that.
And that really is part of the strategy. It's a big chess match.
Right. You know, you can bump your guys a weight class above. So sometimes if there's a matchup that you think you need to win to get the points, you'll switch your lineups around a little bit.
Well, we've got 14 matches to determine the 2012 state championship here from Columbia. We are moments away from our first match. It will be in the 170-pound weight class, representing the defending champs Bamberg-Ehrhardt. Player Long, very talented wrestler, and we expect to see C.J. Martin, first-year wrestler for Abbeville. Actually, Mark Moody, I should say, at the 170-pound classification. Our officials for this Class A state championship, our head official is Nathan Umberger, and he is assisted by Ralph Urbanik. And Coach Pierce, we see one official with the green armband, another with the red. Explain that for those who may be unfamiliar with how we keep score here in high school wrestling.
Green denotes the home team, red the visiting team, and when the home wrestler scores a point, the referee will hold up that color armband to signify the point scored.
Well, there is a look at Mark Moody, yellow and black singlet. Check that, that's actually Abbeville's C.J. Martin in the yellow and black. To the left of your screen, to the right there is Mark Moody in the dark red singlet for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. Coach, we are underway.
A very short, powerful wrestler versus a more tall and lanky wrestler, so it's a good contrast to physical styles.
Both wrestlers kind of filling themselves out right now.
Abbeville's taking a shot. He's the more aggressive, and Moody's fended him off. He's in his front headlock position looking to score. Oh, single leg by Abbeville. Doesn't get it. Bamberg scores 2 points. 2-point takedown.
Nice move by Mark Moody for Bamberg-Ehrhardt, but I'm impressed with C.J. Martin so far.
To his credit, he has not stopped moving. He's been on the attack. He didn't score on his attack, but the minute he got taken down, he was up moving to try and work for an escape.
So Martin now will be on bottom with the advantage position, Mark Moody. Moody on the back of C.J. Martin. He's trying to lock that arm right there, Coach.
Yeah, he's trying to get some wrist control and pull his arm in and break him flat. You want to get your opponent flat because once you get him flat, it's easier to get him to their back. He's got a half in. He's driving that half, and he's got him on his back. Counting out, and there's a fall.
There it is. Moody gets the fall, and that's
16
big points.
Big points. 16 points, the most you can get for your team.
What a way to start for Bamberg-Ehrhardt, and that's what you want when you're Coach Cody Slaughter. You want one of your best wrestlers to get things going.
Right. The draw was very favorable to Bamberg. It puts state finalists out at the get-go, and he rewarded them with a pin.
So 6 points on the team side for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. Now we quickly move to the 182-pounders. We've got Jeremy Davis for Bamberg-Ehrhardt going up against Keandre Young, the junior, for Abbeville. Abbeville in the yellow and black, Bamberg-Ehrhardt in the red.
These two wrestlers are really hand-fighting hard in the tie-ups, trying to get their position. Taking a shot, he didn't get it. Now he's in his short offense in his front headlock, looking to get around and score. And he's got the leg, that should be 2 for a takedown.
Davis was trying to control the wrist, but Young was able to slip.
Bamberg has got that half in, and that's what they used to pin in the last match. So obviously that's a technique they're very comfortable with.
Bamberg-Ehrhardt in control in this match so far after Mark Moody spots Bamberg 6 points. Now on the mat, Jeremy Davis, who is on the back of Keandre Young. What does Young have to do to try to get some points?
He needs to get hand control and get moving, preferably to his feet. He needs to get off his stomach. As long as he's broken down on his stomach, there isn't a whole lot he can do from the bottom position.
He's trying to control that wrist from the bottom position. As you can see, trying to turn.
He's getting stacked right now. This Bamberg wrestler is very long and looks to be very powerful. He's now got an over cradle hooked up. Bamberg's got him in a cradle and got Abbeville on their back.
He's trying to get him over here, Coach. This would be...
He's getting some near fall points right now. I think they've already gotten the 5 count. He's looking for the fall. Abbeville, to his credit, is really... Oh, there's the fall.
And Bamberg-Ehrhardt scores again. Jeremy Davis just overpowers Keandre Young. He really wore him down.
He really did. He took him down pretty much off the whistle and worked him to his back. It's really tough to get out of that cradle position once you're in it.
So 12-0 now. 2 falls for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. And for 2 matches, is this too much for Abbeville to overcome?
No, they can still get back in it, but they need to start winning some matches and scoring some bonus. I believe this is one of their ranked wrestlers here. He really needs to try and come through. Good scramble situation, 2 points for Bamberg on the takedown, and an escape for Abbeville.
Yeah, this is Ben Glace for Abbeville, 195-pounder, taking on Billy Williams, or excuse me, Billy Williams for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. Williams has the knee, trying to get a fall.
He's in on a single leg looking for that takedown. Grace has worked his way out of it, and he's now in a cradle position, looking to get the takedown and possibly some back points. Ref has waved off the takedown. Now he's awarding 2, and he's starting the count for the back points.
Good job by the sophomore, Ben Glace, for Abbeville. He's really working hard.
Yeah, he is the aggressor in this match. Out of bounds, and he's been awarded 3 near fall points.
6-2 now in this match here in the first period. Glace leading for Abbeville over Billy Williams for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. Glace working the back.
Breaks him down flat. He's gotten back to his base. And he's looking for that over cradle again. He needs to jump to the other side with that half to try and turn him. Right in the wrist, trying to get that arm out.
He's really getting good position here, isn't he?
Yeah, he's working tough on top to try and keep the Bamberg wrestler flat.
And you see Glace on top, really working hard on the Bamberg-Ehrhardt wrestler. He's leading in this match 6-2, but overall in the team points, it's Bamberg-Ehrhardt 12-0.
I think Abbeville's looking to get back in this match with a fall, and he's got him over in a half Nelson looking for that fall. This could be big for Abbeville. Get him right back in it, and there's a pin.
So Abbeville picks up a pin, 195 pound classification, Ben Glace comes up big for Abbeville. Cuts that deficit in half. That's a big match right there for the Panthers.
Huge, and this match coming up, I think Abbeville is going to be looking to try and tie the score. They've got their only state qualifier on the mat, and I'm sure they're expecting some big bonus points in this match.
Moving on along now with the heavyweights. Dylan Holliday for Abbeville, left of your screen. He's one of the more experienced wrestlers for Abbeville. Bamberg-Ehrhardt in the red to your left. Holliday, shoulder lock with the wrestler from Bamberg-Ehrhardt. I believe that is, this is Billy Williams.
Bamberg.
For Bamberg-Ehrhardt. So it was a late substitution in the last match. We apologize. These heavyweights going at it. Dylan Holliday, 220 pounds in the yellow and black singlet. And Billy Williams, left of your screen for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. 12-6 is your overall team score.
These wrestlers have been working hard in their hand fighting to try and get position so they can attack the legs. Holliday fakes a shot, doesn't quite get. He's trying to spin behind for two, and there he gets a takedown. 2 points.
There's that experience right there for Dylan Holliday. You can tell that's a.
Yeah, he got Williams off balance and got his head down and got behind him. Pretty easy score for him. Now he's got the 2-on-1 wrist ride. He's looking to either tilt or break him flat so he can work on his half, which they've been using a lot, or their cradles.
Now Holliday qualified for the individual state championships as a freshman and a sophomore, and he was the middle school state champion.
Right, a lot of experience, and you're seeing that experience now.
2-0. Here's the score, Williams and Holliday. Williams will now be on bottom for Bamberg-Ehrhardt with the advantage position. Dylan Holliday on top, closing seconds of this first period.
Tries a switch and turns right into it. He's on his back.
Looking for the pin. 8 seconds remaining. Let's see if he'll have time.
Ooh. And he gets the fall.
Right in the closing seconds.
Right.
5 seconds remaining, and he gets the fall and ties the score at 12. That is impressive by Holliday.
It was. Williams tried to switch off the whistle and didn't really get his hips out and kind of turned right into it. Went to his back.
285-pounders. We've got Avery Thompson left of your screen. Thompson for Abbeville. David DeLeon right of your screen for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. DeLeon was a big factor last year in Bamberg-Ehrhardt claiming the crown.
Yeah, the big boys. DeLeon's got some size to him, a little bit of a size advantage, but the Abbeville wrestler looks pretty big himself, and he needs to keep his team back in it now that it's a tie score. DeLeon's looking for an upper body lock. He's trying to lock around the bear, and it was a trip right to the back.
Nice single leg takedown there by DeLeon.
He was looking for a feet to back throw. He put him on his back. I didn't see any back points awarded, but he did get the takedown. And now Abbeville got the escape, and they're back on their feet.
2-1 is the score. They're tied 12-12 in the overall for the team trophy.
DeLeon, he seems very comfortable in those upper body locks. He looks to be the more aggressive, and I think he's looking for a big throw. He wants to put the Abbeville wrestler from his back to his feet, or from his feet to his back.
DeLeon on the right, Thompson on the left. Under a minute remaining here in the first period. We'll wrestle for 3 periods here in this state championship. He was looking for another takedown there.
Yes.
It's DeLeon, but
he's looking for an inside trip, right to a double leg. Nice change. Gets his 2 points.
So 4-1 now. And it's actually DeLeon leading 4-1 with 38 seconds remaining.
I really liked what DeLeon's doing. You don't see a lot of heavyweights that will set up a takedown by an inside trip. Very active on his feet.
DeLeon working the back of the sophomore Avery Thompson. Thompson for Abbeville, looking to try to get some position here, but this is not where he wants to be, as DeLeon has the size advantage, the weight advantage here, and he can just wear him down.
Right, you never really want to be in the bottom position. That's why they call it the disadvantaged position, but especially at the heavyweight class where you've got a lot of weight on top of you. It's very hard to move when someone that big. And DeLeon's cutting him, giving him the point. He feels more comfortable on his feet.
So DeLeon with 4 points, Thompson now with 2.
Little bit of a mistake there by DeLeon. There wasn't a lot of time left in the period. He probably should have held Williams down and not given up that point at the end of the period.
So we move to the second period here with DeLeon in the red leading Thompson 4-2. 4 points for DeLeon, 2 for Thompson. Thompson trying to attack in, but DeLeon right there.
Quick takedown off a bad shot. Good points, 2 points. Now let's see if he can turn him. He's working his arms pretty hard.
And again, that technique for Bamberg-Ehrhardt, they like to work the wrists of their opponent. You can see DeLeon trying to attack that wrist of Avery Thompson.
Right, you want to tie up an arm. You want to make it harder for that man to get back to his base, harder for him to fight you from putting him on his back. He's bringing that arm out. See if he does anything with it. No.
Good position here for DeLeon, trying to roll him over. DeLeon still in control here. And Coach, what does Avery Thompson have to do to try to escape and pick up some points?
First thing he's got to do is try and get off his stomach and get back to his base where he can fight more effectively, but it's going to be tough with DeLeon having that hammer lock and stretching that arm across his back.
12-12, Bamberg-Ehrhardt and Abbeville, the heavyweights are at it right now.
And DeLeon obviously felt that he wasn't getting anywhere in turning Thompson, so he just cut him to give him the escape. He obviously feels much more comfortable on his feet, and since he has already taken Thompson down from his feet to his back a couple times, that's probably a good strategy.
So both wrestlers starting in the neutral position. And a chance here for both wrestlers to kind of catch their breath just a little bit.
Right, but Thompson really needs to get going here and get a takedown. He needs to score here and close that gap a little bit in the points.
DeLeon leading 6-3, closing seconds of the second period.
Believe
So we are moving into the third and final period, and really this is anybody's match still.
Yeah, it's Thompson's choice, and he's chosen to start on the bottom so that he can try and score some points to close this gap, this 3-point gap. Well, it'll be interesting to see what DeLeon does here, if he tries to ride him and turn him for a while, or if he just cuts him again and goes back to his feet.
And Thompson's going to try to make a quick move. DeLeon controls him.
Back to his feet. He's got to try and stay. Now, if he moves out, there he goes. He gets the escape.
And he comes up a little bit hobbled. Looks like he may have tweaked his ankle a bit.
Yeah, he looks like he's limping a little bit, but, you know, wrestlers are pretty tough, so I think he's just going to shake it off and get on with it.
He did get the point for the escape, so it is 6-4 now.
6-4.
DeLeon with 6, Thompson with 4.
He's got to be careful about backing out there. He doesn't want to get called for stalling or potentially fleeing the mat.
Both wrestlers move out of bounds. The official right there.
You can see that both wrestlers have expended a lot of energy in this match. The pace has slowed down just a little bit. They seem both kind of content to just hand fight here. Thompson really needs to score. Time's getting short. He's down by 2.
Minute 13 seconds remaining in this match. With DeLeon leading by 2 points. Crowd really getting into it here. The Bamberg-Ehrhardt fans
That's another stall call on both wrestlers. Neither wrestler is trying to score, so the referee has warned both of them for stalling.
Both wrestlers know that this is the final minute remaining in this match as they both glance over at the scoreboard and the clock to the right of your screen. And Thompson and De Leon are knotted up, but leading is De Leon 6-4. Thompson looks over his shoulder, will attack, shoots in.
That's a shot. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds left in this period. Thompson really needs to take another shot, needs to get a takedown here to tie up the score.
9 seconds remaining. Thompson is going to run out of time.
And the ref has called De Leon for stalling and awarded Thompson a point, so it's a 1-point difference.
6-5 with 2 seconds left, and that's going to be it.
All right, Thompson made an ill-advised shot to try and win the match, and De Leon capitalized.
So De Leon will win the match 8-5, and Bamberg-Ehrhardt will reclaim the lead.
Yeah, that's a 3-point decision for Bamberg-Ehrhardt.
Now we will move into the lightweights. And
106, and Bamberg-Ehrhardt just forfeited to Abbeville. So Abbeville is going to pick up 16 points for that forfeit at 106. So now we're going to go into the 113-pound weight class.
So Abbeville leading now 18-15 after the forfeit. And we move into the 113s. For Bamberg-Ehrhardt, we've got Malcolm Jones. Jones on top, Austin Knox. Knox for Abbeville.
And Jones is a 2-time place winner, and he came out with a quick takedown. Now he's got the Abbeville wrestler on his back, scoring 2 back points. Now he cuts him and gives Abbeville a 1-point escape.
Quick little shoot there by Bamberg-Ehrhardt, but Austin Knox able to avoid.
Jones is very, very active on his feet and looks very confident and comfortable there. A nice little pass by, and he's picking him up, brings him back to the mat for 2 points. Nice technique.
So another 2 points for Jones, and he's up now 6-1. 6-1 for Jones, who is on top in the red singlet. And again, you see him trying to control that wrist there. That is a nice technique that Cody Slaughter teaches for Bamberg-Ehrhardt.
Right, he's looking for a Turk move here, trying to get him back on his back. Very active on top, looking for his turns. A lot of pressure on Knox. Knox is having a tough time on the bottom. Jones is really working hard on top. Now he's just going to cut him and give him an escape. Obviously, Jones feels very confident on his feet and his ability to get a takedown with 20 seconds left.
So a point for Knox. Jones leads now 6-2 after Knox picks up the point on the escape. So it's 6-2. Jones, overall team score, Abbeville leading 18-15 as Bamberg-Ehrhardt forfeited in the 106 weight class. And I believe that's just because they didn't have a wrestler.
Oh, beautiful upper body throw. Beautiful upper body throw by Jones for 2 points. He got Knox pushing into him with his over-underhook and just got his hips through and tossed him to his back. If the time hadn't run out, I think he would have gotten back points.
8-2 now is the score for Jones as we move into the second period. And Jones will take bottom position here. Jones very active.
Very. I think that's the confidence of being a 2-time state place winner.
So Knox on top, trailing by 6 points. Jones leading 8-2.
Knox is running a really tough crossface. And it looks like Jones is looking for a Peterson. He's got it. Got the reversal, and he's going for the fall. That's a very tight headlock. Knox is in a lot of trouble here. Jones has a lot of time. He can just settle it and keep tightening up and get the fall.
There it is for Jones, and I tell you, I was very impressed with Jones in the way he was using his leverage.
Yes, he looked very good. Active on his feet, looked quick, strong, and Really took a 2 knots. But you'd expect that out of a 2-time state place winner.
So we move now to the 120-pound. For Bamberg-Ehrhardt, we'll have Damian Johnson. Johnson right of your screen. And we believe that is Deshaun Harris, the sophomore with a 26-7 record for Abbeville on the left. So Harris for Abbeville facing off with Damian Johnson for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. And Coach Bill Pierce, I've always said I love watching the lightweights. I think they're really the funnest wrestlers to watch because they're so active and so busy.
Right, they are, and Johnson just scored they used a very good pass by. He got his takedown, looking for his back points, but he got a little careless there. He's still in control, there's his takedown.
So 2-0 for Johnson. Johnson leading. As Harris trying to grab that right leg of Johnson, but Johnson is able to slip away. There's a takedown.
Well, no
points.
Returned to the mat. There's no loss of control, so Harris was trying to get an escape, and Johnson returned to the mat, still in control. He's now working, trying to get a bar arm in. He's not going to get it, but he's keeping control of that wrist. He's got control of both wrists. He's actually looking to stack Harris.
What I like about these Bamberg-Ehrhardt lightweights, this must be something that Cody Slaughter really teaches, is they keep themselves so compact,
right,
whether they're on the attack or not. They're just really compact, even though, you know, Johnson is rather long. He keeps himself really tight and compact, and that makes it difficult for Harris to try to make a move.
Yeah, Bamberg seems very comfortable in the top position. They're making their opponent carry all their weight, tying up the wrists, tying up the hands, working different pinning combinations. They're just not trying one pinning combination. They're going from combination to combination. Right now, Johnson's got in the half Nelson looking for the fall. Harris is in some trouble here. Johnson's got 9 seconds to try and secure this fall.
Trying to arch his back and avoid the pin is Deshaun Harris.
Ran out of time, but he will get his 3 back points, and props to Harris for really fighting off his back and not giving up the pin with a few seconds left in the period.
5-0 as he got the back points. Did Damian Johnson. So he leads 5-0 now. Left of your screen is Abbeville's Deshaun Harris. Right of your screen is Damian Johnson for the Red Raiders.
They've started back in neutral. So they'll be looking for another takedown. Johnson in on a double leg, picks him up, brings him right to his back for a takedown. Plus he's going to get back points and potentially a fall here if he can settle his weight.
7-0 now.
He needs to move chest to chest there and put all his chest weight on top of Harris's chest to try and get the fall. Needs to settle his back and keep him in bounds. Harris really needs to try and look to get out of bounds here because he's in trouble. And there's the fall.
There it is, another pinfall for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. This one in the 120-pound classification, and now they lead 27-18.
Right, Abbeville's got to stop this. They can't keep giving up pinfalls. The points are going to be too hard for them to come back from. They've got to start winning some matches and keeping their losses just a little bit closer.
So Abbeville trailing as Bamberg-Ehrhardt leads 27-18.
This should be a really good match. It looks like Bamberg's got a state qualifier who finished second in 2010 against Abbeville's most experienced wrestler.
And that is Landis Hires, I believe, for
Yes.
Bamberg-Ehrhardt. Hires for Bamberg-Ehrhardt, and Alex Oakes for Abbeville.
And Oakes has thrown him to his back looking for the pin. Oak's a very experienced wrestler. I believe he's been wrestling 9 years, and he's described as the most technical wrestler on the team, and you can see that with that feet-to-back throw that he just employed.
Yeah, Alex Oakes in the black and yellow in control. He has good position right now on Landis Hires for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. And you see the official right there looking to see if he can award some back points.
And there is a lot of time on the clock, over a minute, if he can keep him on his back, but Ayers has worked his way back to his stomach. Good job by Ayers to get out of that. And he's looking for an escape on the, they go out of bounds. 3 back points awarded to Oakes, and Ayers will start back on the bottom.
So Oakes leading 5-0. And Oakes is also a volunteer firefighter for the Abbeville Fire Department.
Wow. Good for him.
Oakes has the back of Hires for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. And Abbeville really trying to lean on Oakes right here to get them some points and get back into this overall.
Right, Oakes is Oakes is really looking for that over cradle. He's trying to work him. He's now switched off to a half, and he's got his legs in. It's a really tough ride when the top wrestler puts his legs in. It's very difficult for the bottom wrestler to improve his position. A lot of pressure on Ayers' back right now with those legs, and Oakes is trying to work that power half with those legs in and runs out of time.
So the first period comes to a close. You see Hires taking a deep breath as Alex Oakes controlling this match so far, leading 5-0. An overall score, Bamberg-Ehrhardt leading by 9, 27-18. What are you looking for, Bill Pierce, from these wrestlers here in the second period?
Well, Ayers, obviously, he's got to score some points, so he needs to either get an escape or a reversal here. Oakes is just going to keep working him. He's got 5 seconds to take him down. He needs to return to the mat or he'll get called, and he just got called for stalling. Top wrestler, when the bottom wrestler gets to his feet, you only have 5 seconds to return him to the mat or you'll get called for stalling, and Oakes just picked up a stall call.
So they'll go back to Hires being on the bottom position here for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. Oakes on top again, leading 5-0.
Ayers is doing a good job getting to his feet, but he just cannot get away, and Oakes has put him on his back again, got that half in deep. Ayers is in a lot of trouble here. Ayers is in a lot of trouble.
Oakes, very technical wrestler, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Ayers, to his credit, has worked off his back, but Oakes is not letting up the pressure. He's got a Turk in, looking to put him back. He's gotten his back points, and now he's looking to put him back on his back.
Oakes really working on the Bamberg-Ehrhardt wrestler. A minute remaining here in the second period. Oakes leading 8-0 now.
And this kind of tough ride by the top wrestler takes a lot out of you. When you're on the bottom and someone keeps working that hard and he's going for a guillotine. Oh, he's got it. He's got a guillotine.
Yeah, that's locked in.
This is a very punishing and painful move. Could lead to a fall. There's a lot of pressure on Ayers right now.
That just really stretches and torques that upper body and really cuts off your breathing.
It is probably one of the most uncomfortable moves that you can get yourself into.
And again, that's just good technique and awareness by Alex Oakes.
Very good technique. He's taking his legs out now, and it looks like Ayers is going to fight his way back, but he's got that bar arm in. Ref has not signaled the points yet. He's running his bar arm. He's running his bar arm. He's got Ayers back on his back, but he's going to run out of time. 3 near fall.
Yeah, good job by Alex Oakes in that period to really dominate. But you got to give credit to Ayers as he was able to work his way out of that guillotine.
He's been in several positions where he could have just stayed on his back, given up the fall, but he has worked hard to get off his back. Oaks is choosing the bottom position to look to score some more points. He's kind of done a roll, and he's got his reversal and a leg in.
Yeah, he's got that left leg hooked in. $11-0 Oaks, blanking Ayers here as Ayers tries to roll over.
It's 13-0, and Oaks is looking to get back. If he gets another set of back points, he will get a technical fall. They'll stop the match, and it'll be over. So he's looking to get some more back points right here and end this match.
And that's what Abbeville needs for the team points.
Right,
They really need that technical fall.
If they have now secured the technical fall, he's going to try and get the pin so he can pick up an extra point. A technical fall would give them 5 team points, but if he can pin him here, he'll get 6.
Yep.
And I know that they really need that extra point. It's a tight half in. He's got the body, got the legs tied up. He's arching hard. And he's got 45 seconds left to get this pin. Ayers is going to have to fight like the Dickens to get off his back here.
And he is really fighting hard. You've got to give credit to Ayers. Oaks is in control, trying to get the pin, and he is really cutting off the breathing of Ayers. Ayers is just in a terrible position right here.
Yes, he is, but he is fighting very hard to his credit, but Oaks has really got him, and he's got 15 seconds left to fight. Oaks needs to settle his weight, get chest to chest, and get his arm out from under the shoulders.
Trying to move that right leg over to get himself a better position to go for the pin.
Ayers survived the match, but it will be a technical fall and give Abbeville 5 team points, which closes that gap, that lead a little bit.
Ooh. What a match by Oaks, but really credit Ayers. I mean, he was in some terrible positions, and Oaks was really punishing him for a while, but Ayers just hung in there and hung tough and kept fighting. And
he hung tough, and Abbeville needed those points because right now Bamberg's sending out their returning state champion, Lane Walling, who's a very technical, very skilled wrestler, very aggressive.
Lane Walling in the red for Bamberg-Ehrhardt, the defending state champion, going against Levi Colbreth, the junior for Abbeville. Colbreth, left of your screen, Lane Walling, right side of your screen, and Walling works fast.
Yes, he's a senior. He's a returning state champ. He's in on a double right now. Abbeville's fighting off tough, but Walling is very aggressive and very skilled, and there he gets the 2 points takedown.
And he's a very, very quick wrestler, very instinctual, good technical skills.
And he has that confidence of having won a state title.
He's got a bit of a swagger when he steps on the mat. So Walling circling over and takes the back. 27-23, Bamberg-Ehrhardt leading. And Walling is leading on Colbreth with under a minute remaining here in the first period, the 132-pound classification. Walling trying to...
He's looking for a tilt there. He's trying to tilt him to get some back points, and he's not been able to settle him.
And Colbreth has done a good job of keeping himself compact, drawing his knees into his chest, trying to make Walling work a little bit harder.
Right, Colbreth needs to get those wrists free and work up to his base and try and work out from underneath, but Walling is just keeping the pressure on him. He's got a leg in now, and he's really cranking that power half and really putting a lot of pressure. It looks like he's gotten a 1 count. Oh, and Colbreth gets out of bounds, no back points. Good job by Colbreth to fight off that half.
Yeah, excellent job by Colbreth. 2-0 is the lead here for Walling.
And Walling's looking for those back points, but he never held Colbreth down for a 2 count.
14 seconds remaining. Walling will have the advantage position here. Colbraith working hard. Wow, how about Colbraith?
And hits a switch. He's behind him. He hasn't scored points yet. He's going to run out. Oh, they're going to give him the 2 for a reversal. Very nice switch by Colbraith to get the 2 points at the end of the period and tie the score up. That's what, as a wrestler, that's what you always want to do. If you can score at the end of a period, it gives you an advantage. It gives you a psychological advantage, getting those points right as the buzzer goes out.
Well, Coach Wayne Botts for Abbeville says the number one thing you need to know about Levi is he hates to lose. And this is evident.
Kids that hate to lose more than they even like winning will fight a lot harder and really get after it. Looks like he's bleeding a little bit, so they've stopped it for blood time. He will have 5 total minutes of blood time, and didn't take much of it. I guess his lip was bleeding. They cleaned him up and put his headgear back on and get back to it.
Walling, right side of your screen, Colbraith, left side.
Looks like they're going to start back in the neutral position.
Colbraith was looking for a shoot, but didn't take it. As Walling was able to just kind of block a little bit with his left knee.
Right, Walling's doing a really good job of keeping his head position, not letting Colbraith get below him, and takes a double leg shot, doesn't get it, but he's still in on a single. He's looking to get around. He's got that half in. He's going to get his 2-point takedown. Good job by Walling there to reshoot off of a bad shot.
So Walling leads now 4-2.
And he's got Colbraith on his back.
And he's looking for a pin here.
Colbraith's in some trouble, but he looks like he's going to be able to belly out. Gives up the 3 near fall points.
Walling trying to control that right wrist and trying to hook his arms underneath of Colbraith. Colbraith just trying to spread out.
Walling's got both of his legs in, and that puts a great deal of pressure on Colbraith's lower back and prevents him from getting up. But now he's out, he's back to his base. Now he needs to get hand control and start working to get an escape or reversal. He can't just sit there because Walling, once again, he put his leg back in. And if you just sit there and let the top man work, you're not going to get anywhere.
7-2 is the score. And Walling, if he could get a pinfall here, this would close it out for Bamberg-Ehrhardt.
It would put Abbeville in a very difficult position. They're starting to mount up the lead. Right now, they're still hanging in there, but can't give up pins. He's done a good job to really not go to his back and stay there, but he can't just lay on the bottom there. Walling having both those legs in puts a lot of pressure on the bottom man, and there's the stall call on bottom. Culver's been called for stalling because he's not working to improve his position.
Closing seconds in the second period here with Walling leading by 5. And we'll move to the third and final round. 27-23 in the overall and 7-2 here in this match. And Colbraith, I believe,
he's bleeding a little bit out of his lip. He'll go over there and let the trainer clean him up.
Talk, if you can, Coach Pierce, about the way we stress safety in the sport of wrestling here with the South Carolina High School League and the different ways we try to keep these wrestlers safe. You know, it's impossible to avoid injury, but if you can try to prevent an injury, that's doing your job.
Well, yeah, it's a very difficult sport. It's a punishing sport. It's a combat sport. But that said, there are a series of moves that are in place, and referees look to not let a wrestler take the other wrestler's joints against their lock, and not really work on joints in a damaging way. And they'll stop it. They'll stop the match if they think that a wrestler's in danger of getting an injury.
Yeah, but Colbraith has a little nick below his right eye. So Colbraith with the injury for Abbeville. He's going to be okay, shakes it off. Walling on bottom. Quickly to his feet. Colbraith, nice move there. (27-23) in the overall, and this has turned out to be a fantastic match here, even though Walling leads it by 5.
I had a Bamberg fan come up to me and tell me that this is actually Landis hires for Bamberg, two-time state place winner.
So that is not Lane Walling.
No, they must have bumped him up for the next match.
And that's what makes it really difficult for broadcasters is that the coaches, in some classifications, they have 2 or 3 wrestlers, and they can insert anyone that they choose.
Right, and they're not keeping us really up to date with who these wrestlers are. But Hires has been doing a really good job, but Colbert's been fighting tough. And now he's gotten another stalling call. That's a 1 point, and that's a big point because now we're into a major decision. There's an 8-point difference in the score, so Bamberg is looking to get a major decision out of this now, which will be an extra team point.
48 seconds remaining. It's Hires, not Walling, Hires for Bamberg-Ehrhardt, working against Colbreth for Abbeville. And you can see Hires trying to turn a little bit and see how much time he has left in this match. We're in the 3rd and final round, under 30 seconds.
Right, and he's going to try and keep him down here to preserve that 8-point lead and get that major decision. If not, put him on his back again. Colbreth really needs to move here. He's already gotten 2 stall calls and given up a point. He needs to work a little bit before he gives up another stall point.
5 seconds left. And this match is going to go to Bamberg-Ehrhardt and Landis Hires. But Colbreth, one tough customer, isn't he?
Yeah, he fought a lot of difficult situations there to keep from giving up the pin and helped his team in that respect, in that he gave up a 4-point major decision, but he didn't give up a 6-point pin.
Now we will see the defending state champ in Lane Walling.
This will be Lane Walling, defending state champ.
So Lane Walling will be going against Cedric Riley. Riley is a senior, and Walling is a senior. So a pair of 12th graders going at it here. Riley, left of your screen for Abbeville. Walling, right side of your screen for Bamberg-Ehrhardt.
Yeah,
the Red Raiders lead at 31-23.
And as we were talking about during the last match, you have to give Bamberg, you'd think that they would be favored here with a returning state champ coming back. But another senior, there's a lot of pride involved, and he's probably been wrestling for a few years. So it takes a very nice high crotch shot. He's in on that leg, and Walling does a good job of countering and getting out of that. Oh, he throws a headlock, but no points yet, no points. They're still scrambling, but he's got a front headlock, still no points. A lot of good action here by both wrestlers. Oh, the ref has now signaled for a 2-point takedown, and Walling has him on his back.
Walling going for the pin. And if he can get it, this will definitely close out Abbeville, and Bamberg-Ehrhardt would repeat as state champs here in 2012. It's all on the shoulders of Walling, and he got it. Walling with the pin, and that should do it for Bamberg-Ehrhardt.
Big win for Bamberg right there, that pinfall. A lot of good action in that first minute, but his experience, I think, shone through right there.
37-23, Lane Walling for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. And that should do it for the Red Raiders. That should be an insurmountable lead here for Abbeville.
And it doesn't get any easier for Abbeville here because Player Long of Bamberg is a returning state champ as well. So they've got 1-2 state champs right in a row.
Player Long going against Aaron Wyatt.
In on a single leg, head to the outside, going to double across.
Player Long in the red singlet for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. He is finished as a runner-up in the individual state championship a year ago. Grappling with Aaron Wyatt for Abbeville. Wyatt looking for a leg on Player Long.
And this is where Player's very explosive. Belly-to-belly throw. He's very explosive and comfortable in those upper body ties, as you can see, and threw him right to his back.
2 points for Long.
Wyatt is in a lot of trouble here.
Player Long really showing his strength here, his leverage, good technical skills. That's it.
The fall.
That's it. Bamberg-Ehrhardt is going to repeat as state champions. After that pin, that's just going to be mathematically impossible for Abbeville.
Very, very impressive player Long. He got it in an upper body over under, and a lot of kids don't feel comfortable there. He was very comfortable and executed that throw perfectly.
43-23, Bamberg-Ehrhardt leading. And that's going to put Vance Elmore
and Casey George of Bamberg.
So Casey George for Bamberg-Ehrhardt going against, we believe
and George
Vance Elmore.
Tried to throw him on his back, no points yet. They're still neutral. Good counter. Good counter by Elmore.
Minute 39 remaining here in the first period. Vance Elmore, just a freshman for Abbeville, working on George for Bamberg-Ehrhardt.
No points, they go out of bounds. They'll stay in the neutral position.
So 20-point Bamberg-Ehrhardt lead.
I think these are both unranked wrestlers, so this might be a chance for Abbeville to get back in this match if they can pick up a win here. But they're going to need some bonus points. They're going to probably need bonus points here on out.
George able to work himself out of bounds. And a point for Elmore. So Elmore leading over George 1-0.
Right, and doing my math skills, I think Bamberg has got it wrapped up, but Abbeville is going to be looking for some pride here. Try and get that score a little bit closer and get some individual wins here in the last couple matches. Nice little rush into a double, but Bamberg counted well to get that 2-point takedown.
2-1, George leading now. George very active, working against Elmore here. And this match really just gravy points for Bamberg-Ehrhardt.
Right, and pride points for Abbeville. But he's working. He's trying to change position, improve his position. But Bamberg is keeping a lot of pressure on the top, as they've done all match when they've been in the advanced position.
George working the midsection of Elmore, and time expires here in the first period, with Casey George leading 2-1 over Vance Elmore for Abbeville.
Looks like Bamberg's going to have choice, and then they're choosing the bottom position.
And I like this move by Cody Slaughter for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. So, some coaches would send the wrestler out when they know they have it wrapped up and
right, and they might forfeit out.
But he's letting his guys wrestle in the state championship.
It's better for the fans, and I'm sure the kids, they want to participate in this finals match. They just don't want to have to receive a forfeit. There's a nice little reversal by Bamberg. He's back in the top position. Abbeville's going to have to work really hard here to get these points back. He's down by 3. He's looking for a switch, trying to get his hips clear, pull himself up, and he gets it. That should be a 2-point reversal.
4-1 now, George. Or check that 4-3 after the points for Elmore.
Elmore's got a lot of pressure on George's lower back, keeping him flat. And he's got both legs in now. He needs to try and flatten him out and look for that, turn him with that power half.
He wants to try to roll him over here, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got his hips controlled by having both legs in. Now he's trying to work his head and shoulders to get him to go and break that 45-degree angle and get some back points. But Elmore's doing a good job of laying flat here and fighting it off, but he needs to try and improve his position before he gets called for stalling. Both men need to work to improve a little bit. And there's the stall call on Bamberg.
You see Elmore trying to work that right elbow. 43-23.
1-point escape for Abbeville, but he takes an ill-advised shot and just gives up an easy takedown. Oh, and that's a tight half. He's got him. He's broken. He's got to settle it back. He's going to walk his hips around there. He should be getting the count.
He's trying to get 5 seconds.
And couldn't hold off the pin. 1 second left. Bamberg gets the fall.
7-3. And Bamberg-Ehrhardt will win that one with the fall, actually.
Yep. 6 more points, and I believe this is the last match of the night, 160.
So this should be Quincy Agnew for Abbeville. Agnew.
And Devondre Williams for Bamberg.
Williams for Bamberg-Ehrhardt.
Nice
Shooting
high
in.
crotch. Trying to crack down. Stepped over the leg, looking to pop his leg out and get up there for his 2 points, and gets his 2-point takedown.
So 2-0. Bamberg-Ehrhardt leading in this match. They've already wrapped up the state championship as they lead 49-23.
Oh, he's got a cradle. Put himself in trouble, but very athletic. A lot of agility there and athleticism to get in that position and get the Abbeville wrestler on his back.
And Williams trying to cross over. Williams, good position here on Agnew.
Agnew of Abbeville is doing a good job to fight off his back there. He was in a lot of trouble, and looks like he's going to get out of it now and get back. And if he actually gets his hips up and starts moving, Bamberg is way off balance here. He could work for a reversal. He just needs to get his hips up and get a little motion and start swimming for the head. Swim for the head, and looks like he might get it. Oh, no, he's just going to get the escape. Good job by Bamberg not to give up a 2-point reversal.
5-1, Bamberg-Ehrhardt leading. Attack for Bamberg-Ehrhardt.
He's got to head to the outside single. He's cracked the leg down. Same move he scored with before. Steps over the leg. Now he needs to try and just popping his hips over. That's dangerous. Very dangerous by Bamberg there.
Good move by Agnew.
And he's given up a takedown to Abbeville. Very dangerous position that Bamberg put himself in, giving up those points.
That was a nice move by Agnew as the first period
very good
comes
counter.
to a close.
Yes. And he's gotten the score within 2 points.
Well, Bamberg-Ehrhardt started with one of their superstars, Player Long, who got this championship underway with a takedown into a pin, or actually it was Mark Moody, and picked up 6 points. Abbeville eventually tied the score at 12, but then Bamberg-Ehrhardt with their lightweights and middleweights really took control of Abbeville.
Yeah, you could see the experience showing through, but to Abbeville's credit, they didn't come out here to lay down. They've been fighting really hard, winning some matches.
Bamberg-Ehrhardt, Williams in the red, and Abbeville's Agnew in the black and yellow. Each wrestler just kind of circling the waters right here.
Yeah, they're both looking for an opening. They don't want to just shoot in without setting up the shot. They need an opening, and tries a high crotch, doesn't get it. And back to their feet.
Under a minute remaining here in the second period. Agnew doing a good job of keeping his position, keeping his base, but Williams slips in. Agnew going for the right leg. We're in the second period here with 35 seconds remaining. One more period to go.
Abbeville there tried a headlock hip toss and slipped off, giving an easy takedown to Bamberg. 2 points to extending Bamberg's lead in this match.
7-3 now. Bamberg-Ehrhardt leading in this match as we move into the final 30 seconds of the second period. And Agnew and Abbeville wrestling for pride right now. Bamberg-Ehrhardt, they know that they have sealed the deal. They will walk away with their second consecutive state championship here in their 7th consecutive appearance in the state finals. Both of these schools will move up into the Class 2A ranks in 2013. Bamberg-Ehrhardt and Abbeville will both move from 1A to 2A.
Well, I think, judging what I've seen here today, I think both schools will be very successful.
Very competitive, yes.
Even moving up a classification, especially Bamberg. They've looked pretty impressive today.
Agnew able to spin away, picks up a point at 7-4. Final period of this Class A state championship from Dreher High School in Columbia. Williams tried to hook that right arm underneath the neck, underneath the head of Quincy Agnew.
Yeah, Bamberg is in a front headlock position, looking to get his 2-point takedown here. But Abbeville's fighting off, get back to his feet, and gets out of it.
Yeah, good lower body strength there for Agnew.
Yes. That's a very difficult position to be in when you're in a front headlock. The man's got his arms locked. He's putting a lot of pressure on your head.
Seven to 4, Bamberg-Ehrhardt leading in this match and leading in the overall. They're going to win their second consecutive state championship. This 49-23 lead. These are the last wrestlers on the mat.
In on a single leg shot.
Closing in on the final 30 seconds.
Pops his head out and gets his 2-point takedown.
So 9-4 now, Bamberg-Ehrhardt. As both wrestlers slip out of bounds. And Agnew for Abbeville will go to the bottom position. Williams on top here for Bamberg-Ehrhardt. Under 20 seconds remaining. Down to 15 now. And the fans from Bamberg-Ehrhardt counting it down with 5 seconds remaining. And that's going to do it. The Bamberg-Ehrhardt Red Raiders are your 2012 state champions as they win 52-23 is your final, 52-23. Congratulations to Bamberg-Ehrhardt, but hats off to Abbeville as well. They really fought hard.
Yeah, Abbeville didn't lay down for the defending state champs. They came out here and fought, but Bamberg just looked so impressive. Very good technique. They kept up their motion, their action, their movement the whole time, kept the pressure on Abbeville, and were very, very dominant in the top position.
Congratulations again to the Red Raiders of Bamberg-Ehrhardt as they claim the 2012 Class A Duals Wrestling State Championship here at the gymnasium of Dreher High School in Columbia. Birch, Antley, Bill Pierce with you. We've got the presentation of the awards for both teams when we return here on the SCHSL Network.
Good job, man.
For the second consecutive year, the Bamberg-Ehrhardt Red Raiders raise the championship trophy as they close out Abbeville 52-23 here from Dreher High School in Columbia. Well, congratulations to the Red Raiders. They are your champions, and you can get yourself a DVD copy of this championship broadcast by visiting our website at www.schsl.tv and take a gander at our extensive DVD library. For our entire crew here in Columbia, for Bill Pierce, I am Birch Antley saying this has been a proud production of Play On Sports. So long from Columbia, South Carolina. We'll talk to you next time.